What's up, everybody? Welcome to episode 284 of the Cheesy Controller Podcast. I'm your host, Anton LeBlanc. Joining me, as always, we have the Mecha Stardew Valley, Chris Montalbano.
Silent Hill 2 remake is gonna suck.
We got the Ray Trace Durag Madrid Devon. And now you're breaking up for me, so whatever that was didn't make the recording.
Atlas's ass!
And we got the most degenerate squid in the sea, Jalen Roberts.
Hi, we're here apparently.
We got a jam-packed episode for you guys this week. We're going to be talking about the PlayStation State of Play, the new season of Pokemon Go, me beating Hades finally, and that's pretty much it. You know, we go on a little bit of a Silent Hill 2 rant, and talk a lot about Marvel Rivals. All right, fuck it, we're rolling. So, Jalen, you got a question to pose to Chris?
Yeah, so the state of play was a day before yesterday, this week.
Mm-hmm.
And during it, they showed the newest trailer for Bloober Team's Silent Hill 2 remake. What'd you think, Chris?
The characters, like the actual characters, look horrible. And I think through the most half of this, I was like, this game looks like trash. It looks like the Bloober team made it. And then they started showing a little bit of atmosphere, and I have a couple of ounces of hope for this game. If I can get past how everyone looks, I don't really know if I like the character change of Maria.
They took away her drip.
They did.
Hey, we got Leon at the house, you know?
That. Whoa. Oh my god, that's so accurate. But like, once they get into the other world, I was like, okay, that part is kind of cool. And I think that's it. The rest of the game looks really bad.
Yeah, I'm looking at this and just... this doesn't look like... This looks like, at best, an early Xbox One game.
Yeah.
Talk about it.
Yeah. Definitely looks like it could be on the last generation.
It looks like it was possible 2 generations ago.
And I was going to say you're nicer than me. I would say late PS3. Late 360.
Oh, well, yeah, remembering that Last of Us
Around the time,
came out
like,
on PS3, yeah. And that game even...
I feel like The
better
Last
than
of Us
this.
is kind of an outlier just in general because
Let's see. What does
there
The
is
Last of Us
no way.
look like on PS3? Because
not as good as you remember. That is definitely for sure. But it looked good.
I don't want to have my rose-colored glasses on.
Even like the PS4 remaster, I remember like I was like The Last of Us looked good, but like The Last of Us remastered looked really good. And then The Last of Us Part 1, I don't remember being that much like because I did the demo.
I'm seeing a side-by-side comparison, I guess, from
Part
Reddit,
1.
and it's just graphics evolution, and Ellie looked terrible, and then the remaster looks obviously better, but The Last of Us Part 1, they reworked, and she actually looks like a less derpy child.
Well, yeah, I mean, The Last
children
of
are
Us Part
supposed
1.
to look derpy. They're children.
Yeah.
Oh, well, yeah, that's true.
They're supposed to look derpy as shit.
Yeah.
But yeah, so
You know what? I will give it. It looks like a PS3 game. I think The Last of Us, in some shots, look better than what I saw from Silent Hill 2 remake.
Right. So
But I don't know. I guess we kind of knew that was going to happen going into this because they
We were
picked to
just
make
talking
the
about
game.
it on the last episode.
Yeah, I mean,
You were like, yeah, this game's going to be bad. Hey, you're gonna go into it the same way I went into Atlas on Netflix. I was like, yeah, this movie's probably gonna suck, and I watched it and it sucked.
It's coming out in the Halloween season too. I think it's October 8th is the release day.
Yeah,
So
I
it's
mean,
going to
the-
sell, and then they're
October
going to think that
buff-
this was a good idea. It's not going to sell enough for
Yeah.
them not to close down. Well, they can't close down Bloober Team because they're not owned by Konami. But
Yeah. The October buff is only going to take it so far. I'm just going into Silent Hill because I remember the name Silent Hill buff is
Yeah.
only going to take it so far. Like the hardcore side Silent Hill sickles are all going to be pissed off about it, and
They are pissed off about it.
They're going to be the vocal.
But let's be real here.
They're not.
They're
really
not
the
going to be as
minority.
pissed at Silent Hill Ascension. What do you think they're going to be more pissed at? Silent Hill 2 remake or Silent Hill Ascension? What's going to piss them off more at the end?
I think 2 remake. I think 2
yeah, because 2
is
remake
the most
gonna-
beloved Silent Hill game in the series. And with the way it's going now, and in no way has it looked better throughout what they've shown. I mean, maybe they're already jaded. I'm kind of jaded at the game, but I was kind of jaded after the first trailer.
Yeah. And does it look better than the first trailer?
No, honestly, this game has up until now. This game looked like it didn't look like it was going to be good. It looked like it would, but but now it's like all the way on the bad side of games here.
Yeah. I actually haven't seen anything from Silent Hill Ascension.
Oh, Ascension's the YouTube thing.
Is it?
Choose your own adventure.
Oh,
That was
yeah.
the thing where people were in the chat spamming Hideo Kojima, come in my tummy.
Right. Sick. What else is left from the Silent Hill? We're getting that movie that
We got the short message, and there's also
was
Silent
not-
Hill F.
that's the saving grace.
Coming.
I think that's the only thing that in the movie is the only thing I have left to look forward to from.
Heck,
the
that's all I
super
was looking
excitement
forward
that
to.
Konami came out and said, "Hey, we're doing Silent Hill again," and I was like, "Everything's been bad." But Silent Hill F looks cool,
Yeah,
but
F
they haven't
looks
shown
cool.
anything.
Right, yeah, and honestly, I think people thought we were going to get F before we got 2 remake when they did that Silent Hill transmission initially that announced all this.
Mm-hmm.
Did you watch the follow-up to the State of Play? Because they did another Silent Hill transmission that day.
Did they? No, I haven't watched it.
Okay.
I should.
I didn't watch
I
it
haven't
either.
been on my game.
Hey,
Everything announced 2 days ago.
Hmm.
So they just okay.
anything
More
interesting?
Silent Hill 2. 13 minutes of Silent Hill 2 gameplay. I guess behind the scenes of look of the return of Silent Hill. Damn, I actually am interested in that. And then 26 minutes of the short message. No, nothing about F. But I am interested in looking at the movie. Hopefully that's good. I mean, they got the director from 1.
Well, while we're talking about good things, this was the last announcement of the State of Play, but it's the first one on the wrap-up on the PlayStation blog, which is what I'm using. Astro Bot is we're getting...
That- Was the most hyped I'd gotten in a State of Play for a while. That game looked fun as hell.
So it's 6
Astro Bot looks pretty
galaxies,
good.
80 levels. It's coming out September 6th, and pre-orders start on June 7th. So June 7th, we're going to learn the price of the game because
cool.
that's obviously I want to play it, but is this launching as a $70 title? Is this launching as a $60 title? Is this launching as a $50? $10 increments base edition, because there'll probably be like a digital deluxe that comes with a soundtrack and art
Mhm.
book, and they're going to do that whole thing. But I'm thinking somewhere between 40 and 70, because
I
Hellblade just dropped at 50, and so it's
But that's short and sweet, right? They like said it was a short experience. That's
yeah.
why it
Yeah.
is at 50.
Hellblade was about 6.
But
Yeah.
80 levels, I mean, I would probably pay $60 for this. I don't know, a full 70.
Yeah. I mean, it's like with what they showed, it seems like it could be a full price game,
Right.
Yeah.
I mean,
which I think is fine.
it's September. We don't really know about a lot that's happening like in the second half of the year. And I mean,
True.
we will probably by the time this is even out, because we are like PlayStation kind of kicked off Summer Game Fest as not being part of Summer Game Fest, but
Yeah.
this state of play was our summer E3 showcase from PlayStation, which two of the announcements, Astro Bot and one other thing, made it good, but like outside of those two,
There's something that made me bricked up. So there's
yeah,
that.
that got the triple
Thus,
S tier.
yeah. Thus, this is a great state of play. Outside of that, I think it would have just been fine.
Yeah.
I think it would have been
I
kind
thought
of
it
on
was
the
a
bad
good.
side without Astro, and
Oh, really? I thought there was like something, maybe a little bit for everybody, and that's why I thought it was good.
all right.
Yeah.
So yeah, Astro, 6 galaxies, 80 levels. Astro
Here
is
for it.
really on the level of a Mario like
Yeah,
Astro's
that's what I'm like.
Playroom.
If it's full price, that makes sense because you're paying full price for that Mario every fucking time.
Yeah,
Yeah. I mean, that's true.
but this will also go on sale way faster,
It
and
will, you
like
mean it'll actually go on sale?
Yeah.
It may even be bundled into the service at some point.
yep. Because that's how I searched Astro on the PlayStation app to download Astro's Playroom, and I realized I had Astro Bot Rescue Mission for PSVR just in my library because it was free at some point on PlayStation Plus, because I know I didn't buy that game.
Exactly.
hmm
So the first game they showed actually, and like the second game I have on the wrap up, is Concord. And
We're
like,
trying this genre again. That's just basically how I feel about it. We're trying this genre again.
hmm
this just shows like, so we know that Bungie went around to all the Sony first parties and were like, basically like they shut down The Last of Us online. There were some projects that people were working on that Bungie came around and said, "Hey, you're just not doing this anymore." But Concord apparently passed the Bungie test, which I don't know
Yeah.
how much of a ringing endorsement that is because of the state
Okay.
that Bungie's been in.
Yeah.
So I did kind of want to chime in on this. Well, at least like the gameplay on Concord, it looks fine.
Yeah.
Like watching it, I'm like, all right, this, it seems pretty standard fare, like hero shooter. But I'm seeing like the different aspects they're pulling from other games, like looking at the trip mine, I'm like, that looks like some Destiny shit. Some of the flight mechanics look Destiny like. The shooting seems pretty focused, like being in an arena fighting type shit, as opposed to like the more objective base of like Overwatch
Yeah.
type deal. So I feel like it could actually be pretty fun, like once you get hands on it and actually play it. So
I
I'm
agree.
interested. Like I don't have a shooter in my rotation at all, so
Mm-mm.
I mean, if it kind of scratches that itch, there's that. But
But
then
it's
there's also another Marvel shooter coming to console pretty soon as well, and I
Also
heard that's
shown.
actually can be fun. I don't like the monetization like aspect of it and how they change characters like effectiveness each week.
Well, I mean, that's because it's early days. Like, the fact that we're not getting the beta on PlayStation until next month shows that, like, because, I mean, Hades has already had, like, a major update that's reworked a bunch of systems in Hades 2, and that's early access. Like, you're actually paying for that. And if they're doing that in a free beta, like, that shows that they're actually using a beta for what a beta is meant for and not just an overglorified time limited demo.
Yep.
So for me, yeah, Marvel Rivals like really is near the top of my like anticipated games list, especially
I
because it's
just
going to
wanna try
be
it.
free to play. And on top of that, like, so Concord not only is not free to play, and I mean, they're going to do the Helldivers method again of like dropping a day and date on PC, which is going to help it sell a lot better than it would have just being exclusive to PlayStation. And I feel like, but my argument is like, if it were free to play, like introducing a Sony published free to play shooter onto Steam would have worked way better than if this game, even if this game's like 40.
Mhm.
So,
Yeah. They're also talking about doing weekly cinematics or something.
yeah, but I mean, like,
No, I'm like, that doesn't seem sustainable at all.
No.
Unless they already got that shit made for like
they haven't made out
next-
for a while,
the
but
next several months, like the rest of the year. If they somehow were able to work that into the budget, it already have them made, then
Hmm.
perhaps, and they could be like 30 seconds or some shit.
I don't know. I have little hope for that, and like Marvel Rivals, like, there's no chance of me
other-
going back to Overwatch, so.
Oh yeah,
No.
yeah. Well, Overwatch, nail on the coffin, baby.
Hmm.
If none of those anime crossovers could bring me back, like I don't give a shit about the new characters they put in it. I don't. It doesn't do anything for me.
I think with me specifically, I like the idea of playing Overwatch more so than I actually want to play Overwatch.
Yeah,
But I'll give
I just
Marvel
think about it
Rivals.
fondly.
I mean, that, but also like, I'm not invested like I was. So it's like I would just be playing Overwatch to play Overwatch, and I'm really invested into the Marvel. So I'd probably try Marvel Rivals, and their Storm looks good. My only thing
It
is,
does look good.
I worry that they're going to do the thing that a lot of like big IP games do, where instead of dropping interesting, kind of smaller characters or ones that haven't been regulated that haven't been in like a big movie or something, just get left while you get like 9 different whatever's been in the MCU, whatever's been in, like, for example, there's like 4 or 5 Spider-Verse characters in that game already.
Yeah, which I'm
Yeah.
not
Spider-Man
mad at.
5.
Yeah,
I'm not mad at it, but it's like,
I mean, if you look at Marvel, who's their biggest star?
Yeah, but I
yeah,
feel like you're gonna make
it's Spider-Man. It's Spider-Man.
Yeah, so if you want to be on the safe side, might as well pull Spider-Man characters.
yeah, and not have
but
him be
this is my thing
exclusive to
about it,
one
though.
platform.
But this is also my thing about it, though, is, yeah, they should pull, but they're just pulling from Spider-Verse. That's another thing about it, is specifically they're just pulling from Spider-Verse.
Well, who is it? So I see Spider-Man, Venom, and Spider-Bite. Other than that, like, what are they pulling from Spider-Man?
Let me double check. Give me a minute.
Okay. Well, yeah, I'm looking at it, and I mean, X-Men, the combination of X-Men 97 and, like, we'll see how Deadpool and Wolverine goes, but with, like, my current state of Marvel, like, I'm looking for a good Marvel game to play, because, like, I platinum Spider-Man 2, but
Hmm.
something that I could totally see myself getting into is like Marvel IP Overwatch clone. So with team up attacks that actually seem like cool.
True.
All right. So, well, while you're looking, Jalen, I'll go.
No, I think I might just be wrong. But also, it's a feeling that I have that, like, before the
About
first
what?
season, we're going to get, like...
No. More Spider-Man? Oh, there's probably going to be one more, but I don't think there's going to be a lot of them.
Right, because
I
you
don't know,
can do a lot of them just as skins for base Spider-Man. That's why I don't think you
Yeah.
really.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Is there a Marvel
Currently, I'm
movie
looking
coming
at
out
the-
soon?
I mean,
The only one this year is Deadpool and Wolverine.
Well, I could
the
see that.
roster seems
Yeah.
pretty
Or
varied so far anyway.
yeah,
Just like all things considered.
Right,
Could
because
be.
Venom definitely doesn't look like just a palette swap of Spider-Man. He seems
Yeah.
like an actual Venom character.
Mhm.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
That's true.
Spider-Bite's a tank, like, and it's definitely
Mhm.
not Spider-Man.
Yeah. I'm not saying they wouldn't be different. I just feel like we're going to end up with...
A lot of characters from the same kind of.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
universe.
we got Magneto and Storm, and we have, like, Hera.
I mean, 'cause
And Magic.
If you think
I'm-
about
I'm
it,
saying they
pulling
got-
Spider-Verse characters is the same thing as pulling mutants,
Yeah.
correct?
I'm not... Yeah. But what I'm saying
Or
is...
Avengers, correct?
Right.
'Cause
Well,
they're
it's
a
more
group.
like this. When I say my thing with the Spider-Man specifically is I feel like they're only going to pull from Spider-Verse specifically. They're not going to pull from the rest of the Spider-Man canon. Like,
Well, I
They're
mean,
not gonna pull a Green
Venom's
Goblin.
not in Spider-Verse, like, outside of, like, just kind of like a canon
Yeah.
event, like Easter
Like
egg
they would
type
put-
deal.
I feel like they could put Green Goblin in here if they want like
I
another
want
villain
see
type.
that's a pick I hope would be. I would like to see like from Spider-Man a Green Goblin or a Black Cat.
a Rhino
Hey.
would be cool.
A
Right.
Rhino would be cool.
That's what I'm saying. It's
Nah,
like
I don't think we should waste a roster slot on Rhino. There's a million other people who can do that.
yeah, I mean, like when I see
Yeah,
people
Juggernaut
Rhino,
is
I'm
That's
just
just
an
an
better
obvious
right now.
tank.
Like who else is gonna fly around on a little hoverboard dropping pumpkin bombs?
That's true.
It's very specific.
That is
Right.
fun.
Like somebody who's just gonna charge at you,
actually
fucking block with his biceps. Anybody can
Electro would be
fucking
fun.
do that.
an Electro would be fun. Electro would be fun.
You got an alt right there of just like
An alt right? I'm just gonna charge at you. Is your defensive buff? You chug a beer.
What I'm saying is, I hope they continue to add some more of the lesser known characters. Like
Like they have magic.
Magic is not. Magic was just in '97, and also
Was she?
yes,
prominently featured, or was that like a?
no,
Was that
she
like
was
a morph transformation.
no. Most of what happened with the
Oh,
specifically the episodes that are handled the Inferno, so the Madeline Pryor episodes. But also, they need to do more of Magic. Because the last major thing they did with her outside of her appearance in '97 was that new Mutants movie that both wasn't that
nobody,
good. But
nobody fucking saw that movie.
I definitely.
I
haven't
was gonna
seen
say
that
it didn't
movie.
get the love it deserved.
There
I
was
just
no
gonna
like.
say
How
that.
the fuck were we? It was in theaters for like a week. And
I know.
then it didn't- Is it on a streaming service?
I have no idea.
Exactly.
Was it?
Right,
Wait,
you
Dylan,
can
was it
even
good?
watch like Agents of Shield on Disney Plus. So like
No, I'm not watching that shit.
well, no, I'm just saying.
Wait,
like,
Agents of Shield was actually pretty good.
I don't fucking care.
It's on
Shut
Disney
up.
Plus. It's on Disney Plus. New Mutants on Disney Plus.
Oh,
Is
okay.
it now? They butchered that movie from what it was supposed to be and turned it into something else. Probably like 2 or 3 times.
Yeah. Magic deserved better.
Damn.
All right. Well, keeping on
But
the
that's like-
state of play, God of War Ragnarok's coming to PC September 19th with all the PC bells and whistles. So
Right?
Unlocked frame rate.
hopefully it
Ultra-wide
launches
supported.
more like God of War 2018 launched instead of how Last of Us launched.
Oh
But
God. Well, I mean, what did the CEO say he wanted to do? Sell PC games, and then so PC gamers will go and buy the Xbox 5 or PlayStation 5, Xbox 5, PlayStation 5 for the sequel.
yeah, but we know we're not getting at least direct sequel anytime soon to Ragnarok.
No, I mean, but like, I guess for any game that's coming out, PlayStation exclusive game. Buy the original, then make them buy the PS5 because they can't wait to play their sequel game.
Well, I mean,
Which I don't know if that's gonna.
I don't even think that's like a super compelling strategy right now because, yeah, right now
I didn't say he was right. I didn't. This is coming from him, not me.
Yeah, so I know there was that huge Sony like investor thing and like a bunch of random PlayStation garbage came out of that. But that's like them marketing them to themselves. So yeah,
Right.
because
Self-esteem is important.
yeah, I guess. But when you misquote Neil Druckmann and then have to apologize to one of your like most important like audience facing developers, like
Yeah.
and creative director and producer on an Emmy winning show, and like just go down the list of things that Neil Druckmann has done
Mm-hmm.
for Sony, like just use what he actually said. It wasn't even like a bad quote. Like you guys just had to like go and embellish and like remove any sort of context and make it seem like he said something he didn't say whatsoever, even though what he said was good.
Yeah.
What did he say?
What was
He
what was
posted
that?
his full transcript. Let me see if I.
Yeah, it looked like a lie, and I wasn't about to read it because I wasn't actually invested.
It was
Same thing
just
with
like.
this initial quote that seemed a little inflammatory. I was like, yeah.
Well, the initial quote that they used is that his next project would recontextualize gaming, like, and
That was
what
it.
he actually said was just that, like, he's glad that he's been able to work on the game and the show and, like, be on multiple sides of bringing gaming to a wider community around the world and, like,
Mm-hmm.
you know, removing gaming from the context of just like something for kids and making it like helping legitimize it in culture. So like him saying all of that is it's not like he was like, yeah, fuck gaming. I'm glad I'm on this TV shit now. Like no, it was
Getting money, nigga.
right.
I'm outside.
Like he gave a good quote to like a in-house and they just like edited it for no reason and made it
Yeah. They probably ran it through an AI filter.
Oh, more than likely.
yeah.
Yeah.
And so they've removed it and apologized, and so where were we at with this? Oh yeah, and the PC strategy. So Horizon and Horizon 2 are on PC, if not
Yep.
already. Ghost of
They are.
Tsushima's there.
Yep.
And then
Yep.
we got Spider-Man and Miles Morales. It's only a
Yep.
matter of time until we
Yep.
get Spider-Man 2.
About 6 months to a year.
Yeah.
From initial... Well, when did
No,
Ragnarok...
I'm talking about from now. From now.
Okay.
Talk about from here.
Yeah, 6 months out.
Mhm.
6
Yeah.
months to a year out. Yeah, from
Yeah.
here.
I could see it like November, December. Like...
Yeah.
Oh, drop right before the holidays.
Yeah.
I don't know.
See that?
On
it's
Spider-Man
just-
2,
I-
why not?
Yeah, Spider-Man 2 would do numbers no matter what time you
I mean,
drop.
of course, it's Spider-Man.
Yeah, I mean, because of the second part of his statement, as to why they're putting it on PC. It's still a
Oh,
console.
Right, but they haven't held back on any, like, Horizon and its sequel are there. God of War and its sequel are there.
Right.
Like,
Oh,
Well, I think it's
Ragn-
too late.
Ragnarok is just now coming over to PC, correct?
Right.
right.
And that's been what, like a
Jeez.
year and a half, maybe 2 years.
Yeah.
So that would put Spider-Man at like 2025.
Yeah, a year from now.
Yeah. Yep.
Because a lot of their big PC releases usually come right around second quarter.
All right, so I'm looking at it November 2022.
Mhm.
So it seems like more like 2 full years that we are
Yeah.
getting from the initial release. But
That's
I
what I'm
mean,
saying. Like, it would be the end of next year type shit.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. No, I can see that.
Yeah, and it would have to pair with whatever other Spider-Man thing is going on console.
Well, there's nothing God of War
no.
going on console.
That's true. Well, we finally got the DLC. Not
Well, this Valhalla's dropping day and date. It's like Ghost of Tsushima. Like Legends is dropping day and date with it on PC, and we had to wait for Legends on console. We had to wait for Valhalla,
right.
and even Returnal. We
But
had to
it's
wait
like-
for the Tower of Sisyphus and like
Mhm.
the co-op mode, and that drop.
Right. So that means pretty much everything has to be done with the game
Yeah.
before
yeah.
them to even start considering it.
Well, Spider-Man's done. Like, if they
Yeah.
do anything else with Spider-Man 2, it's going to be a standalone. It's going to be like,
But also, like,
An
going back to
standalone
what he said, I don't think he's looking at Spider-Man 2 to sell PS5 for PC gamers, for like people who played Spider-Man on PC. I mean, Spider-Man came to PC in August 2022. If they haven't gone and bought a PS5 now, they're not going to.
Right, but what game do they have coming out that's going to do that now anyway?
None.
That's why I'm
None.
like, this statement
Yeah.
doesn't make sense anymore.
I think
Two,
I think it's what has coming down the
I
pipeline.
also think though that especially with something like
Like what?
Spider-Man,
He probably knows. He's way more inside PlayStation than we are.
I think really it comes down to the fact that I think we're going to see it sooner, partially because at the end of the day, Sony's going to want those extra sales, especially with the ballooned in development cost that comes with the way they develop games. So it's not going to be day and day because you got to make sure you sell them consoles.
well, certain
Right.
things it is. Like, Helldivers it was. Concord it's going to be. And
Those are live
Concord,
service games.
these are their live service
Those
modes.
are live
Until
service.
Yeah, they said
Dawn.
live services coming day and date.
what about Until Dawn?
It's a remake.
Yeah. I think
of a
he's talking
game
about,
that's
like,
been out for how
PlayStation.
long?
Right, but I'm
Studio.
I'm just saying that's like a first-party PlayStation thing that's coming day and date to PC, and it's like
It's
as
a known- it's a-
PS5.
That's a
Yeah.
known quantity.
But that's
It
also
already
like-
exists.
But also part of with Until Dawn is, let's be real, how many people are actually going to buy that? That's not a game they could sequester to their only PlayStation and get a decent amount of sales.
Well,
That's
isn't that what they did with the Quarry?
No, I think
Like,
was the core?
If they did, I'm sure they saw it didn't work.
Wait, was the Quarry only PlayStation?
as far as I know, no. It looks like
No, it was multiplat.
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that was multiplat.
Okay. But I mean,
I
original.
don't think it would be wise for them to just keep this on PlayStation. Honestly, I think they should release it to as many places as possible.
Get them extra
What,
sales.
Concord?
No, Until Dawn.
Until
remake.
Dawn. Yeah, we might as well put that shit everywhere.
Might as well.
Yeah, that's not a game that
That's-
you could actually like expect to make any sort of return by sequestering it only on PlayStation.
right.
Right, but when
not gonna
they've
hit hard.
done it, so let's stick in the mindset of these early PS4 remakes coming to PS5 and PC at the same time. They didn't do that with The Last of Us. The Last of Us Part 1 came to PlayStation first, but it was a shorter window to when it came to Steam, but it wasn't day and date. And then
Yeah, but that's The Last of Us.
Yeah, you
Also,
can't compare
Like,
Until
like these
Dawn
are.
to The Last of Us.
I mean,
Those
they're
are
all
like
video games, but ultimately
heavy.
apples and oranges.
but
Yeah, and the
they're
name like God of
single
War and Last
player
of Us
Sony.
and
I'm just
But
talking.
the dollar sign attached to them is different.
yeah,
Like the amount that it generated, they're like, okay, this game is going to sell this X amount of dollars.
And
Like
also
we
another thing
know
with The
that
Last
we
of
can
Us,
keep this here and be straight.
right? And
mhm,
also another thing with The Last of Us is, remember, that was coinciding with the popularity of the TV show. So you got a lot of
Well,
people who
true.
watched the TV show who just got into Last of Us would be like, "Oh, I would like to play the game." And then there's a PS5 version of Part 1.
right,
Yeah,
and
true.
so the PS5 version came out before the show. The show came out. A bunch
Yeah,
of people
that's
went
what I'm
and
saying.
did
I feel like
that,
Last
but
of
it
Us should
wasn't
be an
till
outlier. That's an outlier because it had a show behind it.
mhm.
Like it had a whole extra
what,
advertising budget of the fact that it came out, and then people who didn't
well,
really care got into the show, who probably came back for the game.
all right.
Yeah,
Well, what about Uncharted Legacy of Thieves, the like PS5 remaster of, and The Last of Us Part 2 remastered is out on PlayStation and
Yeah, but those are
hasn't had a PC date announced, and the Uncharted Legacy of Thieves collection came to PS5. That's Uncharted 4 and Lost Legacy. Though came to PlayStation, had a shorter window between, but it wasn't day and date, and so
okay.
Yeah,
It's not. I'm not expect. No one's expecting
yeah,
day and admit a bunch of day and the big stuff to actually come day and date. Sony's, of
mhm,
course, is going to try and give their exclusive console time to get to do the sale.
yeah. We can look at each of these games and discern their different values.
yeah,
And you see a game and you can discern its value. You're like, all right, well, cool. We'll put this on PC right now too, because
yeah,
either more players is going to make it better, or like we're going to have more people to buy the game, because that's probably all the money we're going to get off it. Like Last of Us is just going to keep selling.
And also
Spider Man is going to keep selling.
the
yeah.
biggest growing market
Until
globally
Dawn,
for
it's going to
gaming,
sell then.
and the biggest global market for gaming right now is PC. So you got a growing PC audience, while PS5 sales are stagnating. Which,
I mean, like, also we're talking about Until Dawn. That's a 2015 game that's already on Steam.
PS5 hasn't stagnated. It's like down year over year, but it's still like in keeping with PS4 like life to date units. So while there are a lot of people that are still on PS4 that haven't come to PS5, PS5 is currently selling faster
I'll
or
put it like
like
this:
on speed
PS5
with
is the
PS4.
PS5 is like the unit of measure. You know, people are like, oh shit, you don't got a PS5 type shit. It's like people aren't like, oh, you don't have a PC. They don't fucking care. But it's like having a PS5 is like the thing to have. They're not like, yeah, let me go pick up this new game and then X console. They usually say I'm gonna pick up a PS5 too. Like that's your
Right.
I'm
PS5
in the
is
shit
currently
purchase.
the default.
Yeah.
I mean, they are, well, PS5 sales as of an article of May 14th did not meet Sony's goals.
They never meet.
They are trending. They're
Even
trending now.
Nintendo like doesn't meet Nintendo's goal for the Switch after during record-breaking years. Like you can find. I guarantee. Like just copy that headline and replace Sony with Nintendo, and you will get the exact same article for Nintendo complaining about not meeting their sales
And a
forecast.
Yeah, but we're
PlayStation
talking
2
about a console
VR?
that's how much older than PS5?
Several years, but I don't know.
Yeah.
You guys
There's
are
different
trying to make
iterations of
apples
it.
and oranges out of like
make
multiple
apples
different.
and
That's what we're
oranges.
saying about Until Dawn, and then PlayStation
I mean,
exclusives, like
there
real.
there are differences, and you could see the differences in how Sony weights their exclusives by how they get when they end up on PC.
Sales potential.
The expected sales potential. It's like, because let's
On
be
top
real,
of the can you bundle this with a console too? A lot
that's
of
part of the reason why
those
Horizon has
games,
such high sales.
You absolutely the fuck can. Like Uncharted, you can do an Uncharted bundle, console included. Plenty of those
Okay.
games are like bundle worthy. I think that's kind of where they're like the games they're dropping right now, like Stellar Blade, um,
Hmm.
Rise of the Ronin. Are those like console bundleable? Not really. I wouldn't say so.
No.
You should be like, well, I'll just get the console itself, or I'll wait.
And like
I'll
I
wait
could
till
do
something cool comes out. And these aren't even special editions or anything. It's
right.
just that
It's just
people
a
do
console
like
and a
getting
game.
multiple things at once, and those really do make a difference.
Yeah.
Well, so currently, like the days of play are going on, and actually with like the discounts on PS5, so PS5s are $50 off, and games are $20 off. So if you buy a PlayStation and a game for just the price of the PlayStation, because that 20 plus that 50, that takes off the $70, and you just get to basically build your own bundle for the price of the PS5. Not the
That's
sale
solid
price.
deal.
Yeah.
That's a solid deal.
It's a solid deal. If that tax is gonna make you go, whoa, but outside of that, yeah, it's a solid deal.
Hmm.
So, Skydance showed Behemoth. It's a PSVR.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
this portion.
yeah. It was the shit with the hand foot and a long neck.
Hmm.
Yep, that looks like the thing.
It had a hand foot and a long neck.
I gotta like let this trailer load over in.
That's the most fucked up looking giraffe.
D-line?
It's some fuck shit, right? No, PSVR came up and I went to the store.
Luckily, it wasn't
No,
on
not really.
there for a long time. That
Right,
is
yeah.
a
The
wasn't too
total
long.
trailer time is
fair thing.
a
Like
minute
and
40.
3.
Did they do? What else did they show?
Minute
for
43 seconds. I can't get back.
VR?
I could have been
Well-
reading a book.
What was the other VR thing that we can?
Alien
kinda
Rogue
skip?
Incursion, the thing
That's a
that
big
actually
tell now.
looks good.
Yeah, that's a big. hell
Every
no. I'd
last
scared
time they did a
shitless.
state of play and showed like PSVR games, like multiple side by side, it's like one of these looks like garbage. The other one looks actually decent. Like,
Yeah.
because I remember having that conversation last time they had a state of play.
I mean, Alien just has that atmosphere.
So like,
And it was
Isolation
Metro
was
was
great.
the other thing.
and also it
Mhm.
worked really well in VR. And
Yeah.
so you just make another one.
Yeah.
Is that not what they did?
They are now.
Mm-hmm.
And Isolation came out like 2016.
Shit, that's a goal. Yeah. Isn't that one of those games where it can listen to your controller?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Mm.
They're stealing your data.
And your fears.
It's like saying, well, I guess you're probably not wrong. It's like you use a mic, they're stealing your data, but they probably
They
are.
are.
Honestly, if you accept it, well, actually, it's not theft because in the terms of service that you signed when you opened up the app the first time, it said that you agreed that they could do that, so it's not actually theft. It's still scummy, but it's not theft.
It's taking with written permission.
Yeah.
All right, so the next game I have on the wrap up is Path to Exile 2. I mean,
Mhm.
It looked sick.
yeah.
Full stop. I was like, yeah. I'm like Jalen somewhere piped up, I'm sure.
Actually,
It is
no.
I said
Actually, it did nothing for me. It did
did
nothing for me.
you?
Did nothing for me because it was. I already knew it was coming to PC. This wasn't.
Oh, I mean that's not what's important. It's like
Mm-mm.
it's going to be on PlayStation, but here's a look at this game.
Right. A
Yeah.
game that I've been staring
Those are
at this
cool.
entire time.
Yeah, so I don't know why that wouldn't make you excited seeing something that you want.
I mean,
Yeah. Get excited.
Because like
Okay.
if I see a game trailer for some shit I know is everywhere at a different showcase, that doesn't.
Yeah, that's the best part of the Xbox showcase is you
Right.
know it's
Yeah,
everywhere.
You know that motherfucker's not an exclusive,
But
baby.
this is my thing though. This is the thing about it though is my dick can only get so hard. Bruh. It can only get so hard. And I think I hit max on that a minute ago. Like Like I'm saying, this is what they've been using to drill
Full
for
edge
oil.
now.
This is like this is what they use to get oil out of the ocean floor. Like, come on, I need something. Just give me the game already.
Well, it has cross
God.
progression, so if at any point you end up getting a PlayStation,
There you go.
There you go. I could play. I could cross play after I used it to finish the actual exclusive PlayStation games that I kind of sort of care about. I'd care enough to play if I had one, but not enough to buy a console for them.
Also,
That's
I would like
how
to
it
add,
is.
this looks better than Diablo.
Mm.
in
Yeah.
certain ways,
Yeah.
yes. In certain ways, no.
You know, in every discernible way across the board, it does for me.
Hey,
I loaded this bullet up during the trailer. I told them, I'm like, this is another bullet for me to hate on Diablo and Blizzard. So, in every discernible way across the board.
I mean, I still would
Right.
like to finish Diablo 4. Because, I bought it, so. Might as well finish it. I made it
I'm
through
sorry to
Act
hear that.
1. Like, I was at least done with one of the 4, maybe 5 acts of the
It's
game.
4.
It's 4.
It's usually 4. The 5th is usually DLC.
Oh, yeah, and they already announced the first expansion.
Yep.
I think we're on the grand finale.
Like I said, if the talent tree does not give you anxiety,
Mm-hmm.
it doesn't do nothing for me.
Mm-hmm.
And Diablo 4 is too streamlined. There's no real build variety. I need to get lost in that sauce. There's no sauce to get lost in Diablo.
They just redid the
It's
loot
just-
system.
Too simple.
Not that kind of sauce.
Okay.
It's
Like,
not the seasoning's not complex enough. I won't have a brain aneurysm trying to get from point A to point G. You know what I'm saying?
right. I'm trying to have enough options that it terrifies me in the closing the game. Come on. It's like, what are
I
you
want
talking?
decision paralysis
I'm trying
every
to-
single time.
I'm trying to feel something. I'm not here to just play some
Guys?
stream. I'm not here to just be like, oh, I clicked a million times. I want to click a million times, but I want them clicks to mean something.
I want to get shortness of breath each time I level up because I know I won't be able to decide what's next.
Right. Do I put it here? Do I put it here? Do I just reset my shit entirely and go back up?
Hell, I won't even know how to discern what the fuck I'm doing.
Nah.
I want to be losing important skill points because I got lost in the fucking talent tree. This
I
shit
wanna-
don't connect to nothing.
I'm a min-max exclusively. I'm like, I just picked the line and went straight.
So going from super complex games, we're gonna go to like one of the most simple games like to ever grace consoles, and it's actually interesting that for the first time in the series, it seems like it's on a console powerful enough to run it at a decent frame rate. I'm talking about Dynasty Warriors Origins.
Holy shit.
I thought this
That was
was gonna
shown.
be Dynasty Warrior singular.
That
You know what? That fan base has been starving. I'm happy to see him
Yeah.
get fed. You know?
it looked cool.
Yeah, and
Dynasty
it-
Wars. I feel like you can get into Dynasty Wars for a solid
been-
hour before you get bored.
They've been too busy making everybody else's Dynasty Warriors.
Right.
Oh,
That's
that's
really what
true.
it was.
It's been
got
a
your
while
repeat,
since that last one.
You
Ooh,
got your
Strikers, Age of Calamity.
Persona. You
Striker
got
wasn't
your
that
Zelda.
long ago.
Right, Striker, and I think Age of Calamity was post Strikers.
Heck, they just added Gear 5 Luffy to One Piece.
We need a Bleach
they?
sequel. We
Oh,
need another one of those for Bleach.
I guess we're wrong. It was 4 years.
There's one of those for Bleach? Well,
For
I'm not
Strikers.
surprised.
Oh yeah, it's PS3. I have it on my shelf. Bleach
think it's
Soul
been-
Resurrection.
That's cool.
It's just a Dynasty's Warrior game with Bleach.
Oh, that sounds sick. They should do that more for like anime games instead.
They
of
used
making
to.
everything-
I mean, they still do it for One
Oh,
Piece.
They
It's
do it
just
for
that the
One
only one
Piece.
who does that is Koei Tecmo.
Omega Force, like specifically, because Koei Tecmo is publishing, but Omega Force is the Dynasty Warriors specific.
They may be publishing, but they all use the same fucking assets.
Yeah.
I'm not slandering it, but I'm just saying they're buddy.
Right, you're definitely going to see some Wolong enemies in Dynasty Warriors. 1,000,000%.
We can't even call them Wolong enemies specifically because they belong to everybody. Neo 2,
but you know what?
Neo 1.
Hey, keeps them production costs low.
That's
and they
why,
still fight good. They fight good, and it keeps production costs low. I ain't mad at it. If you ain't got artesian animation, store bought is fine.
you're going to be fighting Ryu Hayabusa in this game.
These are my mother's animations. This is part of the family.
It's an heirloom passed down through generations.
My whole family uses these animations. They not good enough for you. These was my uncle's, daddy's, brothers, cousins' animations, and they mine too.
And this model is literally made from the DNA of this other model.
They just changed my clothes. That's
Didn't even do that. Because Ryu is like, you could just have nondescript ninja. No, it has to be Ryu Hayabusa.
No, it gotta be Ryu
because
Hayabusa.
it's exactly his animations model.
you know
That, but also,
Ryu
brand
Hayabusa
loyalty.
He does
Brand-
everything that a ninja can do. He does.
Gotta have that
He's
brand
just
loyalty.
straight up a ninja.
Yes, he has you covered across. He can use any weapon. He's got Nimpo. He's got iconic Nimpo. He's got iconic Nimpo that other ninja characters also use. And he looks like a fucking ninja. You don't look at that guy and say, "Oh, I wonder to see like."
Well, I
a
mean,
pirate."
Ninja Gaiden.
He's a ninja guiding you along the path of ninjutsu. Open your inner gates, brother. He's the Dr. Umar of ninja. Why would you want to be a samurai, brother?
All right. Well, sticking with Chinese mythology, since Dynasty Warriors is a three kingdom, based on three kingdoms, as
There's
always.
a lot of that at this showcase.
We got Where Winds Meet, which is an open world action adventure RPG set in ancient China. So
Yeah. It looks good for looking pretty nondescript.
I mean,
That
it
makes
looks cool as like mythical Ghost of Tsushima-esque, you know? But like, it's just CG in the trailer, right? So we probably don't. Because I'm scrolling through, I'm not seeing any. Oh, wait, hold on.
They
It's
showed gameplay. Because they've showed gameplay for this game before.
Yeah.
I don't know. It looks interesting, at the very least.
Yeah.
Bring it to PlayStation Plus. I'll definitely check it out. Everything's a Soulsborne-ish game in one way or another these days. It's like everything has been an RPG for a really long time.
Yeah.
It's hot right now, you know?
Yeah, it's
All
true.
right. And sticking on the open world thread, we got Infinity Nikki, which is an open world dress-up adventure.
I'm not
I'm
gonna
not
lie.
gonna lie.
It's adorable. It's kind of fucking
It
adorable.
is cute as shit.
It is. I have no desire to play it, but it is cute as shit.
Yeah. A lot, like I said, a lot of these games, I'm not even talking about like playability or like fun, but a lot of these games look really good. Like they look good visually.
Yeah.
And this could actually be fun.
Yeah, and I mean,
Part of me feels like this should have just been a Sanrio game. Something in my soul tells me this should have just been
hey,
a
you
Sanrio
know,
game.
maybe they're pulling a Larian, and they're going to get the license for the next time around, and you know, it'll be an actual Sanrio game that time with a bigger budget.
And then they'll go on back to making their shit
Mhm.
with more money.
All right, and so I think we have 2 games left to talk about. Let me just double check this list. Okay, so yeah, second to last game we'll talk about is Ballad of Atrina, Antara.
It's Antara.
I mean, it looks like Madrid saying, visually interesting,
Yes.
but you know,
The few
Oh.
few bits of combat that they actually showed, I see the vision.
Mm-hmm.
I don't
You know.
remember what this game is.
It's Souls. It's a Soul style game.
Oh, okay,
So-
it's one of those.
Yeah.
it's the other
Oh,
one.
it's the one that
That's
looks
the
like.
other one.
It's like we got Elden Ring at the house.
Yep, this is definitely Elden Ring at the house.
Elden Ring at the house. We got the freaking ring.
They got the Mountain of Giants. There's the 2-headed dragon bird that's dead.
There's the Scarlet Rod.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's crazy that there's a shot in this trailer of somebody sweeping with an axe in slow motion that is also just straight up in the Where Winds Meet trailer. I was like, wait, am I watching
Yeah.
the right trailer? No, it's
No,
just they
like,
do
1000%.
the exact same shot in multiple trailers. Like,
I thought it was the same shit.
the planning on this state of play probably wasn't like. It seemed like they were trying to do a showcase and then backpedaled at the last second because they have like literal multiple hero shooters, multiple Souls-like action games, you know?
Mhm.
And then the final game, the most important, like I was driving home basically listening to this state of play
Mhm.
when it was live, and I made it home and got it up on my monitor just in time for this trailer to start and for me to hop in the Rupees Discord completely bricked up. We got they're calling it the first trailer for Monster Hunter Wilds, even though like I guess the announcement was just a teaser and this is an actual trailer.
Mhm.
And we
Yeah.
know that this
Yeah.
week at Summer Game Fest. So later in the day, we got an interview with the directors of the game, and then they also announced that they're going to be at Summer Game Fest kickoff. So we're probably going to get even more information for the most anticipated game of 2025.
Did you say the most anticipated
Yes,
or the second?
the most. Yep, I'm gonna die on that hill.
That's fine.
I'm aware that GTA 6 drops 2025. Actually, the most anticipated game of early 2025 because we know that GTA 5 is fall or GTA 6 is fall.
Okay, there you go. There you go. Cool. Yeah, no, I saw this trailer. They was like, yeah, we have something else coming from Capcom. I'm like, Capcom wouldn't put a Resident Evil something right after Silent Hill 2 because they know just how bad that will make Silent Hill 2 look. So I was like, okay, I'm pretty sure this is going to be Monster Hunter.
Yeah, we saw
then
the
the-
Palico. Like it wasn't. They didn't take as long as they did in the first trailer to make it like super obvious that it was Monster.
As soon as it went into that, I was like, oh yeah, this is Monster Hunter. And I immediately started yelling in the Discord. I was in the call with some of the rupees in their channel, and I was just yelling.
Yeah, it looked super amazing, and the fact that they showed Great Sword. I mean, like obviously they were going to show Great Sword, but it's not a given considering like Rise. There was a lot of Long Sword pre-release.
I mean, you know, they had to go with Longsword for Rise. It's the Weeb Monster Hunter,
It's true.
and that's saying a lot.
Because all Monster Hunters are for weeks.
This was without the
Right.
way to
I
do
mean,
so.
well, see, it's like you see, there's a design. You can see that there's a K-Bash video where he goes over this, where he talks about how the design of Monster Hunter has changed over the years, and he literally starts with Monster Hunter 1 and goes all the way up to Sunbreak. It's a good vid. Highly recommend.
Mhm. Yeah, I like the aesthetics of this one. Like so far, I like what they're doing.
Shit, I need that handler.
I watched the trailer. Yeah, yeah. There's a few things I'd like handled.
Right. Shit, and the Smith can come too. Fuck it.
My one concern.
This episode. 'Cause I want to.
They know
My-
what they did. Like, hold on. Let me just double check the name real quick.
My one concern for this Monster Hunter game is that I hope that it has a central hub for us to go back to, because we need those like 16 player lobbies again. And if it's just you're out in the open world and like setting up camps and stuff like that, like in Wild Hearts, which was the game I couldn't think of the name of recently.
With the shared assets.
Yeah, right. With
My
the
dad won't allow you these assets.
another Koei Tecmo joint, even though EA published that one.
Published it and murdered it.
Took it out back and shot it.
And didn't tell him. He just come back. What are you doing back there? Oh, nothing. Nothing. Oh, there's been no Wild Heart updates. Wild who?
I love about Capcom is how they handle the clothing designs. Like, that's not a cap on that guy. It's his mask pulled up. Because that game is just... Capcom is, like, upper echelon of, like, designs.
Well, I mean, they've gotten, at this point, really, 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 really good at working in the RE engine. And
Yeah,
so...
right.
Like,
But it's not just that, but it's also, like, the fact that their clothes look like they were designed to be worn. And, like, it's not like, oh, this is a character design in an outfit. And it's like, how the fuck would a character actually walk around and wear this? No, this makes sense. Their outfits are like, yeah, if you're here, you would be wearing something like this.
Yeah, we put a lot of thought into it.
Yeah.
I'm liking the art style and the art direction to it. It's like just more refined world in Iceborne, but like it may be too early to say, but I'm thinking they probably will draw some sort of inspirations from Rise. I know they're different teams, but like, you know,
yeah.
I'm sure they're like, yeah, we like the way y'all did that shit. I like that. I like that.
Yeah, and I mean,
And-
this isn't until, like, next year. Like, that's the thing, is, like, we still have time, and
Mhm.
they've only shown us 2 monsters. We haven't even seen Rathalos yet.
Yeah, we ain't seen Los.
And it's going to be, like, with how well Rise ran when it came to PlayStation and Xbox and PC, like, just because comparing it to World is going to be a lot harder, because World was on their old, like, the NT framework, I think was the engine it was on. And now it's on, like, Rise was the only other Monster Hunter game on the RE engine, so...
Mhm.
And now this is it, exclusively PS5, Series X, and S, and PC. Like, yeah, we're about to be cooking with this game.
Yeah. Like this is going to be the game that makes me consider getting a PlayStation 5 Pro for no good fucking reason.
No, the good
if I-
reason is Monster Hunter.
Right. Other than that, like that's the great reason. This is an excellent reason. That would be the only reason. That's my
Mhm.
point. And I wouldn't bat an eye. I fucking bought a PS5 for
Final Fantasy
for
14.
Final Fantasy 14. Like,
Yeah, it's like,
like, come on, it's okay.
All right.
that's fair.
Well, I mean, that was it for the state of play. I also... Oh, crap. I lost the doc. I also wanted to talk, while I have Chris on the
Yo.
line. Pokemon Go's new season dropped this morning. We got the loading screen yesterday, and we have
Yeah.
all new wild spawns. So, well, not entirely all new, but like I have added multiple Pokemon to my Pokedex today.
Nice.
And I got a Zapdos because it's non-shadow in raids. So I used Pokegenie and did a remote raid and got my Zapdos. So now I'm only missing 2 Pokemon out of my Kanto Dex.
Nice.
And we know that Ho-Oh's coming this month, and Lugia will probably be next month.
Been here for it. Hey, Lugia in June? Happy birthday to me.
It'll probably be Articuno and Lugia. I think those are going to be the 2. Well, no.
Looking for it.
June is Ho-Oh and
Damn
Zapdos.
Yeah.
And then also Landorus. Which I had the better form of Landorus, and I traded it for a Registeel, so
Yeah.
I think it was worth it.
Yeah.
Nope. That was one of the first apps I downloaded on my new phone was making sure I got my
Pokemon Go.
Pokemon Go back set up.
And Noibat, like, hopefully I can get a shiny Noibat. So last night I got a shiny Pinsir,
Mhm.
and earlier today I got a shiny Lickitung off my auto catcher. So that's my third.
Pokemon.
That's my third shiny Lickitung in
Did you name
Go.
him 69 God?
No, but I do have a shiny Licky that I could.
Freaky ass Pokemon.
You a fan?
You a fan? You a fan? You a fan?
Oh shit!
You a freaky mon.
All right, and then the other thing is I beat my first run of Hades with the weapon.
Nice.
With the weapon I didn't like. I beat it with the gun.
Oh,
I saw. I was like, wait, what
Wait,
was
wait,
that?
wait.
So I'm using the gun.
It had a darkness bonus, and I had died. I had used all my death defiances, and I got it like refilled right before I fought the Minotaur. And then, if I didn't have that Daedalus hammer upgrade that turned my special into like a rocket, because it just became a twin stick shooter at that point. And
yeah, the rocket's insane.
yeah, so it was just like, all right, I gotta reload like my main clip, which was doing weakness damage, and I'm just gonna hit him with is it Dionysus?
Yeah, the poison.
Yeah,
Yeah. I was
And-
checking out your build.
and I had the
I was
upgrade.
like, no cast, no call,
Oh,
no
yeah.
show.
Hey,
Just fuck it. I'm min-maxing, baby.
yeah. Focus. I had to stay in my lane because that run was like being very dangerous. So I was like, what is my brain automatically doing? And that Poseidon dash really like, because I could have gone and gotten
need
more
more.
stuff in that last zone, but like the second I got a Minotaur heart and the thing for Cerberus, and I was like, look, I got to go fight Hades, like every single boss, because I hadn't beat a single boss with the gun before this run. So I beat all the bosses, got all the rewards, got multiple Titan Bloods, like, and I'm really excited for this next run because it's going to be like, everybody's like, holy shit, you actually fucking did it. I know Nyx is going to be proud of me. Achilles is going to be proud of me. Meg's gonna be like uninterested.
That's okay. I'm interested in Meg enough for like everything, so it's cool.
So
Balance, you know.
I think I'm
You're not giving us
I'm
anything.
I'm gonna stick with it for a while before I still don't think I'm gonna pull the trigger on Hades 2 because there's still a like.
At least do the epilogue of Hades 1 before you go into Hades 2.
Right. So I'm gonna go as far as I can towards the platinum. Like I'm actually focusing on trying to do some of the things like I just hadn't gotten access to the administrative office, and that's the trophy.
Mm-hmm.
And there were just like certain things like that. So I want to get the true ending, and I guess after the true ending is the epilogue. So now that's added to the list of goals, and I'm going to be playing, like, focusing on trophies, because I'm probably not going to engage with the heat system because I've already have it on God mode.
No,
So-
you might as well give it a try at least. Like, because I would say, I mean, a lot of your runs you're not gonna win anyway, and using the heat system, you get more out of it.
And also the thing about, and also with the heat system, it seems scary when you start getting up to really high heat, but just throw off some small things. Like throw on what is it? The ones that make the bosses harder. Throw that one on so you could experience their third phase, their extra phase, and
That sounds.
Why would you want to do that?
because it's fun.
I mean, yeah, that actually does sound pretty
it's
cool, but
fun.
it also sounds like it.
Because you're gonna get better shit the more you play it.
And also it allows
You
you
get
to
stronger
clear.
inherently.
Right, and it's you will learn those new attacks, meaning that those extra making the boss deadlier is free heat. Because you're gonna learn how to do, like, for example, the first boss. The first boss is you're fighting one, but all three sisters are firing shit at you at the same time.
Oh, I thought like it'd be like they, as the phases went on, they added them. Because that would be crazy. Like,
No, you're just
No,
you're still fighting one. You're just all of them are throwing out their variation of the moves out at the same time.
murder.
Yeah, and you
Right.
can you'll be able to customize like each run. Like you will have more. You're better able to dictate what type of run you want to have. It just gives you more options.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. Right now, I'm currently just like going through the keepsakes one by one, trying to like get them through as many encounters and get them as leveled up as possible, like as I'm playing. So, because I was really.
If you're on your shit, like the death one's really good. Thanatos.
Thanatos
You
is
gotta be
so
like-
good, but you got to be good though.
You gotta be on your shit. This is good.
It's a damage boost for every room you clear without getting hit.
Oh.
Yeah. So I would consider that for like, what type of weapon am I using? Am I using a weapon that's going to get me hurt? Am I using a weapon that's going to keep me safe? Can I create distance, like on the bow, like a bow or a shield? Bow, shield, gun. Yeah, might as well do death. Or a weapon where I'm just going to be dashing relentlessly without getting hit. Then yeah.
Heck, same thing with another good one is Hermes. His keepsake is really good, which is the exact same thing, but it's speed. But if you have Hermes' keepsake, you can get access to the boon that turns your bonus speed into attack damage.
Oh.
And combine that with a good dash, you're just going around tackling people like linebackers. It's the funniest shit.
Well, yeah.
What's up, Dad? The Americans call this football. Just tackles him for like a third of his health bar.
Yeah. And like I said, any character in the Marvel universe can do that. We don't need Rhino.
I'm the Juggernaut, bitch.
Yeah, the Juggernaut would be the best example of that.
Do you want?
True.
Do you want which part of the Marvel canon is getting it? Is it going to be
Hulk,
Spider-Man?
Hulk's
Is it
fucking villains? Okay, because that's just him, a watered down version of him.
right?
Because Hulk is diva.
Hulk is diva.
Yeah,
It's crazy that Spider Bite is not diva as
It's not diva.
small girl that gets into a mech as like part of her whole shtick. It's
That would have been
crazy.
too obvious. That would have
Right.
been too obvious. That would have been too obvious.
they're just like, this is too on the nose. We can't do it.
We're already gonna get called. We're already gonna get half the conversation is gonna be comparing us to Overwatch. We can't make it. We can't
Yeah.
give them too much ammo.
I see this being Paladins, and then Concord is going to be Battleborn.
Ooh.
You know, actually, I see this the thing about it is, if Marvel Rivals doesn't completely fumble the bag and set that shit on fire, it could be something. Because I think there is an audience for the gameplay trappings of Overwatch who don't want to play Overwatch or Paladins.
Yeah, I agree.
Me.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
Marvel Rivals will it has the potential to have like some very solid legs. The thing that's gonna fuck it is its inherent free to play model and how they're gonna charge us. So yes, the monetization.
Yeah. And also its release schedule.
Yeah, that could do it too. That could do it too. And I've been having this thought like I've been watching World Trigger on Netflix. And holy shit, World Trigger would make just the most amazing fucking game. Like
It's a shame what happened to World Trigger, but he fucking deserved it.
Having PvE and PvP options and making it like I would say somewhere between Destiny and Valorant, I think that shit would be awesome. We're never going to get that, but
I mean, we're never gonna get that because
it would be fucking sick because the way the power system's set up, like trigger options like sword, dual blades, guns, magical bullets that aren't used with guns, sniper. It's cool as fuck. I would say check it out.
Does anybody else have one more thing before we wrap for the week?
no.
All right. Well, remember, until next time, you can follow us all collectively around the internet, cheesycontrollerpodcast.com. Follow me on Instagram at Anton6 with 2 X's. Chris, where can people find you?
Find me in the Discord.
Madrid,
X_Spain.
Jalen.
Squid Bishop on the internet.
All right, this has been a Know It's Good production. The video version is edited by Chris. The audio version is edited by Akuma Santi. Until next time, keep it cheesy. What's up, everybody? Welcome to episode 284 of the Cheesy Controller Podcast. I'm your host, Anton LaPlatte. Joining me, as always, we have the Mecha Stardew Valley, Chris Montalbano.
Is it me or is Anton going out?
Okay, so that's not just me.
Okay. I was like,
Okay.
Going out like fuck.
yeah,
Alright.
I heard like every 5th word
All right.
in the intro.
Well, it got recorded, so...
Well,
I'll
shit.
Yeah.
Because I know it wasn't cutting out on the recording.
Yeah, I figured the recording's fine.
All right.
My bad.
Maybe it's just me.
My bad.
We'll just tell Kuma to cut all this out. What's up, everybody? Welcome to episode 284 of the Cheesy Controller Podcast. I'm your host, Anton LaPlatte. Joining me, as always, we have the Mecha Stardew Valley, Chris Montalbano.
God damn it. Chris. Oh. I was trying to hold it.
Was it worse that time?
But it's a lot.
It's, I don't know. It wasn't that, I mean, like, happened maybe once or twice during the actual podcast. And now, like, you're trying to do the intro, and it's just like, it doesn't want to hear you. It doesn't want us to hear you.
Welcome to the podcast, and I have the start now. To Blano.
Take 3.